twist
Sorry.
that no one saw coming when EastEnders actor Toby-Alexander Smith met Emmerdale star Amy Walsh in the audience of Strictly, and they fell in love. After spending lockdown together, the couple welcomed their first child, a daughter, in December, and they brought her in to meet us today. But first, here to tell us more about their new life as a family of three, please welcome Toby and Amy.
Oh, lovely. Baby love,
Look at you, you're still lovebirds, aren't you?
Absolutely.
early days, that's why. There's time. Fast-track relationship.
Well, you two that were trying to hit my mouth, talk about a fast-track relationship. It is incredible. And for you both to be, you know, soap stars, it's a story to end all soap stories, isn't it?
We thank lockdown for that. I mean, we literally had a crash course in a relationship, didn't we? Because we just moved in together so quickly because we were dating for about 4 months after meeting at Strictly. And then we had
long distance.
Yeah.
So I was working in Leeds, he was working in London. So then we had to make the decision when the lockdown happened.
And were you just in the audience? Is that where you met?
Yeah.
literally on the front row, and obviously it's very compact, and you literally sat like
you must have
that.
been here.
So who brought it up? Who said, listen, this is going to be difficult so far away. Why don't we just move in together?
It was never a big decision. It was like, oh, yeah, come up to mine, because we do alternate weekends at his and mine, and then I was like, yeah, come up to mine and we'll see. Obviously, none of us knew it was going to last for 3 months at the time. Both our works had closed, so he came kind of for a week or two, and it ended up being, like, the best 3 months of our lives. We were having cocktails in the garden every day.
Right.
The weather, obviously, was
like
amazing.
An extended holiday romance.
It really was.
Yeah, but then obviously living together, really intense, but it worked. And they said, didn't they, you know, lockdown will make or break a relationship, and thankfully it made us.
Well, clearly, in all these cocktails, and then along comes baby. In December, I'm working out the arithmetic.
Well done.
Yeah, I got it there. 9 months, right, OK.
Last time we saw you, unfortunately, was on Zoom. It's so lovely to have you here, and you were pregnant.
Yeah.
So we need to know, what was it all like? How was the birth?
Yes. Oh gosh, the birth. Jeez. Where do I start? Yeah, it was tough, wasn't it? It wasn't easy at all, and I'd kind of prepared myself for the worst, but it was worse than the worst.
What was it so bad?
Well, I had to be induced for various reasons and risk of infection, which obviously just catapults you, doesn't it? Into
fast.
Yeah, exactly. But the contractions were going fast, but I wasn't dilating. So then it was just really hard to get her out in the end, and various other complications. I had an epidural because of the induction, but that came out, so I had to have another one fully reinstated mid, worst part of your contractions, 8 to 10 centimetres.
Where were you at that point emotionally?
Oh, honestly, it's so hard seeing the person you love and care about, which is ultimately such a magical thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going through so much pain, and it's, you know,
It was tough for
But
him.
Toby, am I right in saying that you had a connection with the midwife who was looking after Amy?
That's right,
That was
yes.
a godsend.
Not in a romantic way, obviously. But EastEnders.
She doesn't know that part of it. No,
An exclusive on Loose Women.
yeah, so a woman called Tamsin came on the set of EastEnders one day. My character, Gray, was filming these premature birth scenes with the character, Chelsea. And Tamsin was basically overlooking sort of all the supporting artists, making sure everything looked as realistic as possible. And we got chatting, and she said, I'm a midwife at Barnet. And I said, well, we're planning on having our baby at Barnet. And we just established this lovely relationship, this connection, and we spoke sort of 2 months prior.
We did some antenatal classes over Zoom with her, so we got to know her. I'd never met her in the flesh. And then she was like, I really want to be there to deliver your baby. Let me know when you're going in. And it happened to be Boxing Day that we're in there. And she booked time off because she's got kids. And she came in especially. She was amazing. We love you so much. Thank you. She just made our journey so much easier because it's just scary, isn't it?
It's really special if you get a connection with
Yeah.
It was going to be a girl.
No.
No?
Didn't find
That was a
out.
surprise.
Well, it was a surprise because when they they held her up to me. Obviously, I was high on gas and air and 2 epidurals in. But they went, have a look what you've got. And I went, oh, it's a boy. We've got a boy. I just saw the umbilical cord was just stuck to her in a weird way. I thought I saw something else. And I was like, we've got a boy. And I've got like 7 nephews, so we just assumed that we'd have another boy in the family. And he was like...
Because they initially asked me to announce the sex,
Oh,
but I was so far down the other end, my head was like stuck just staring at that part of the bed, just like, huh?
And then I was like, we've got a boy. And they went, no, look again. Like, literally. And I was like, oh, we've got Bonnie. Yes.
Can we meet your beautiful little girl then?
Yes.
Can we meet her?
Oh, can you meet her?
Yeah,
Come on. You
Oh.
Bonnie is my youngest daughter's name, so I yeah.
Love
so
it.
I'm a big fan
She's
of the
feeling
name.
very
And
cool
you're
right now.
breastfeeding, and you and Bonnie had a tongue tie.
Oh, yeah.
Like
that was-
Stacey's baby.
That was really
can't
tough, yeah. Oh, hello.
Gorgeous.
She's sleek.
Yeah, luckily the hospital detected the tongue tie on day 2, which was good. And I managed, I was so lucky to get it snipped on day 3 because we went private. If you go through the NHS, it was going to take 6 weeks at least, which I just find heartbreaking for those mums that can't go privately. But I've had loads of help from a breastfeeding specialist through the eyes of a parent, Amanda. Shout out to her because she's been my rock. This has been so hard, the breastfeeding experience, but I just wanted to conquer it, and I'm nearly there. But it's had its hurdles.
The thing is,
talk about it enough,
the thing is, isn't it? It's like we try and say it as often as we can on the show. You can ask for help.
Yeah,
because there's this idea that it's just going to all be so natural.
And people don't expect it to be as hard as it is, and then just think it's them that's struggling and give up easier.
You'd almost be better to know it's hard, and then you think,
Exactly.
well,
And
OK,
help out
it is
there.
hard. People do
I
find it
had
hard,
a
but
tongue
it's
tie,
worth it.
so
Yeah.
Bonnie's going to be able to talk all right.
But she hasn't
got it,
kissed a Rolling
actually.
Stone, though. That's the thing.
Now, I love that Toby can spot when you're tired and says, go and sleep.
It's really good.
Can we just have a little angel thing just go over his
It's
head?
only
Go,
because I'm awful, probably, to be honest.
No.
Can I ask
really
you about
good.
EastEnders? Because I do dip in and out of it all the time. You were a pretty hard
All morning she's been
character.
saying this.
No,
I
but
did-
you were. I mean, it shows the good actor you are.
Oh,
Really
thank
good.
You
you.
could see the soft side of you on the screen, but then the really horrible side of you. Killed 3 people in the
Yeah, I think as an actor, that's what you want, a challenge and something that's so far removed from you, obviously. And it was just so much fun to play. And, you know, especially the last 6 weeks of filming, you know, I had her, and it was a full-on time. It was an amazing time. It was the end of a chapter, starting a brand new chapter. But it was quite intense, wasn't it? Because I was doing long days of filming
Did
and then
people
coming home.
sometimes get your character? I mean, just in real life, do they sometimes, when they meet you in the street or shopping or something, do they get the character on the screen mixed up with you, the real person?
Do sometimes. Certainly when I first started in the job, that took me aback, how people can't actually differentiate between fact and fiction, which is quite
You're
bizarre.
doing a good job.
Well,
Yeah,
a backward
I said that.
compliment, maybe.
I always say that.
Tell you what, you look very comfortable in that role, too.
Well, it's the best role I could have asked for, so...
Oh,
She's so beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
thank you. She's been
I got your hair to
And
me
it's,
as well.
it's Mother's Day, your first Mother's Day. What have you got planned?
Well, it's actually my birthday on the Sunday as well. It's my first Mother's Day and my birthday, so it's timed pretty well. It's quite a nice
It's how are you
thing.
going to ever equal that gift of a baby? Because I think last time we spoke, I told you my daughter was born on Christmas Day. It's
Yes,
like,
and
there's
mine was
never
so
going to be a better
close.
present than my daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. He's got something planned. I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure what, but a
We'll
few
do something nice.
surprises.
Listen, we are out of time, unfortunately. Just a quick... Are we going back to Emmerdale?
Oh, yeah. I mean, God knows when. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got to figure it out logistically, because obviously... Yeah.
Toby.
Well, listen, thank you so much for bringing her in. And you're not going to get out of the studio without Frankie pouncing
No.
on that baby, let me tell you.
I'm like, are you
because
handing
you'd
her
be-
down or what?
That little
It's lovely to
blouse
see
is
you.
just
Thank you.
adorable.
Thanks for having us.